Rich people clearly value comfort and extravagant living spaces, which is why they have some of the most attractive houses built for themselves. From huge pools, gyms, spas, and richly decorated rooms, allow us to show you the 10 most ridiculous billionaire homes. Number 10. Copper Beach Farm. The Copper Beach Farm is one of the most iconic billionaire homes in the world. It was sold for $120 million in 2014 and is truly a picture of grandeur. The property was listed for $190 million in early 2013, but dropped to $140 million by the end of 2013. Now, luckily for the current owner, the price dropped even further before they bought it in April of 2014. The house is pretty amazing. It is spread out on 13,519 square feet. It has 12 bedrooms, 7 full baths, and a wood-paneled library. It also has a solarium, a wine cellar, and a wooden foyer. Sounds pretty great, doesn't it? Timber tycoon John Rudy was also one of the proud owners of this house in the previous years. It's truly one of the best places to live because it looks like it has come straight out of a movie. Number 9. Kensington Palace Gardens. Living like true British royalty in the Kensington Palace Gardens is something that normal people can only dream of, but owner Roman Abramovich is literally living the dream. He is a famous billionaire with a net worth of approximately $9.4 billion. This Russian tycoon bought the Kensington Palace Gardens for about $140 million in 2011. After this, he has also purchased a series of other properties in London. It looks like Abramovich has a thing for properties in the UK. He also owns a Billionaire's Row mansion. The Kensington Palace Gardens are very obviously a picture of British elegance. The house as a tower is a series of green gardens that just melt into each other beautifully. It is absolutely breathtaking. The mansion also has everything one could ever need: a grand room, fancy chandeliers, a health center, a huge car park, and a pool. It is perfect. Number 8. Broken O Ranch. This gorgeous ranch is located in Montana, and it is one of the prettiest and most expensive properties in the world. Billionaire Stanley Kroenke is the current proud owner of this property. He bought it for a whopping $132.5 million, and he has owned it ever since. It looks like he's fallen in love with the property. The property includes a 10,000 square foot house with an indoor pool. It also has high ceilings and gives off a very grand vibe. And if you love nature, you are going to love the ranch. It has multiple horse stables and currently holds up to 4,500 cattle. Not only this, the ranch also has extensive water rights and lots of agricultural property. Sounds pretty great, doesn't it? Number 7. Ellison Estate. Ellison Estate in California is another billionaire's dream. Larry Ellison, the current owner of the house, is a famous billionaire. He is currently the world's 5th richest man and the co-founder and chairman of Oracle. He is also known for his property collecting interests. Just imagine being so rich you collect properties as a hobby. Ellison designed this property himself and had it built in 2004. The property has a Japanese-style design and took a whole 9 years to build. That is quite a lot of time. You won't believe it, but the property was based on the designs of a Zen Buddhist teacher. Paul Driscoll, the Buddhist teacher who designed the property, made sure to incorporate a very distinctly Buddhist feel in the overall design of the property. And that's exactly what Ellison wanted. The estate includes 3 large cottages, a gymnasium, 2 gorgeous gardens, 8 bridges, a man-made lake, a koi pond, and a glorious bathhouse. The landscape is also littered with various types of trees, including the famous cherry blossom, maple, and oak trees. Doesn't it sound like a magical fairyland from a dream? Number 6. One Hyde Park Apartments. If you think that an apartment is not the best property investment option if you're a billionaire, Rinat Akhmedov might disagree with you. Akhmedov is currently Ukraine's richest man. He's also on the list of global billionaires. He has made some valuable property investment options in his time, so the world wasn't too surprised when he bought 2 of the most expensive apartments in the world. These apartments are located in Knightsbridge, London, and cost him a whopping 136.4 million euros. Yep, you heard that number right. These apartments were part of a real estate project that was led by Richard Rogers' firm, Rogers, Stirk, Harbor and Partners. The apartment building encompasses a total area of 25,000 square feet. The apartments are lined with bulletproof glass and have a 360-degree all-around protection. The exclusive interiors are designed by Candy & Candy and elaborate lighting systems and are put in place by artist James Turrell. One close look at these grand apartments and you'll see that they are definitely worth the investment. Number 5. Xanadu 2.0. A list of the most beautiful and expensive homes in the world has to include Bill Gates' home of Xanadu 2.0. Now this house is fairly simple looking but very functional. It is located on the edges of Lake Washington and has been named Xanadu 2.0 by Gates himself. The residence amounts to approximately 66,000 square feet and has been designed elaborately by famous architect Bolin Sawinski Jackson. You won't believe it, but this residence actually took 7 years to build. That's right, 7 whole years. The house has a very sustainable, earth-sheltered vibe to it and includes a variety of high-tech systems. This includes a sensory system that changes the mansion's ambience to match the mood or the weather. This means the house will feel considerably different on a sunny day compared to a rainy day. The house also has a pool with an underwater music system, a 2,500 square foot gym, 24 bathrooms, 6 kitchens, a library, and a huge guest house. Number 4. Fairfield. The Fairfield mansion, owned by billionaire Ira Rennert, is one of the most ridiculously beautiful billionaire homes in the world. It is part of a 63-acre estate called Fairfield. Now, you might not know this, but the Fairfield estate is one of the largest in the United States. This grand mansion includes 29 bedrooms, 39 bathrooms, 3 swimming pools, a basketball court, a gym, and a whole built-in theater. Imagine having an entire theater inside your house. That just sounds magical. The residence is also powered by an on-site power plant to ensure sustainability. This house is made for kings. Number 3. 1819 Kensington Palace Gardens. Owned by the steel baron Lakshmi Mittal, this home is built on the richest street in London. The Kensington Palace Gardens is the priciest address in London and the second most expensive street in the world. The average price per square meter on this street will cost you $107,000. And Mittal owns not just one, but 3 homes on this street. He is clearly a very lucky man. This property was designed by Sir Charles Barry in 1845, and it looks like the epitome of British nobility. Mittal's houses are designed to look like a pair of semi-detached palazzo-style villas, and he spent millions of dollars trying to renovate them. He finally turned the property into what he calls the Taj Mittal. It has 12 bedrooms, a pool, and is made from expensive Makrana marble. It's clear that Mittal wanted to present tribute to his Indian origins right in the expensive heart of London. Number 2. Antilla. The Antilla is one of the largest and most expensive houses in the world. It also looks quite eccentric, like one box stacked on top of another. But Indian billionaire Mukesh Ambani preferred this design and had the whole building built according to his personal preference. The firm Perkins & Will designed the famous Ambani residence, and it is a picture of grandeur smack in the middle of Mumbai. It took approximately $1 billion to build this house, and construction took around 4 years. The residence has 27 floors and encompasses an area of 400,000 square feet. It also has 6 levels of parking below ground level, a helipad, multiple pools, a health spa, a salon, a theater, and a ballroom. There is literally nothing that this house does not have. The Antilla also employs a staff of 600 people. This house is ridiculously grand. Number 1. Villa Leopolda. Living in a huge mansion is everyone's dream, but sadly only a very lucky few get to live out those dreams. You need to have a lot of money to live in the famous Villa Leopolda in France. It is definitely a picture of French elegance and sophistication. The current owner is billionaire Lily Safra, who has a net worth of around $1.3 billion. Pretty crazy, isn't it? Safra bought the villa for around $750 million in 2008 and has kept it ever since. You won't believe it, but the villa has some crazy royal history attached to it. King Leopold II reportedly built this for his many mistresses. He also built a series of other waterside homes for them. Clearly, his mistresses were quite lucky. This is also how Villa Leopolda got its name, after the famous King Leopold. This 20-acre estate is a picture of true elegance. It has gorgeous courts and large rooms that will make you feel like true royalty. A Russian billionaire, Mikhail Prokhorov, attempted to buy the villa recently, but pulled out of the deal last minute and also forfeited his €50 million deposit. Only billionaires can forfeit this much money. So what do you think? Which of these are your favorite billionaire homes? Would you ever want to live in a house that is so grand? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the channel.